Before the war, Congress appropriated my office $30 million to assist Ukraine in creating a permanent interconnection with the European energy grid and eventual capacity to export electricity to neighboring countries. Following Russia's attacks on Ukraine's grid, DOE began delivering some $15 million worth of critical energy infrastructure equipment starting last December, primarily from surplus supplies in the U.S. By early March, we will deliver the third tranche of this equipment. DOE is also monitoring Ukraine's nuclear power infrastructure and working closely with the International Atomic Energy Agency to ensure proper safeguards remain in place. And finally, DOE and our national labs are working to help Ukraine build a secure, resilient, independent, and adaptable energy system. We've invested $10 million in our national labs to help to plan Ukraine's future energy system post-reconstruction. It's clear to us that energy security and the energy transition are two sides of the same coin. There can be no lasting energy security without diversifying energy supply, including expanding the use of clean energy. Recognizing the danger posed by Russia's unitary position in the European energy market, the President took decisive action and directed the administration to take all available measures to work with our allies in Europe and around the world to ensure a surge of LNG and pipeline gas was available for Europe, as the chairman indicated earlier. Last year, some 2/3 of U.S. LNG shipments went to Europe, more than doubling the volumes exported to Europe in 2021. President Biden also launched the U.S.-EU Task Force on Energy Security with President von der Leyen to help the EU reduce overall demand for natural gas and to more quickly decarbonize. And just yesterday, Secretary Granholm co-chaired a meeting on the current natural gas crisis in Europe with over 40 countries through the International Energy Agency to prepare options to help ensure European and global natural gas security consistent with net zero transitions through the 2023-2024 winter. Make no mistake, next winter will almost certainly be harder, with China ramping back to pre-COVID consumption levels and no Russian gas for European storage. Over the past year, the United States has also led coordinated efforts to ensure a secure supply of oil to the global market by working with partners and allies on a coordinated release of 270 million barrels of oil from strategic reserves around the world. We have also worked to limit Russia's profits from oil sales through our efforts with G7 partners, the EU and Australia on a price cap on Russian crude oil and now on refined products. However, energy security is not only about oil and gas and is not only about Russia. Over-reliance on a single supplier, any supplier, leaves the United States and the rest of the world vulnerable to other countries. China currently produces about 75% of all lithium-ion batteries and controls most of the midstream capacity for battery supply chains as well. Congress has recognized this vulnerability and provided the tools to counter it through the historic investments in the bipartisan infrastructure law and IRA. DOE's work on diversifying energy supply, stabilizing energy markets, ensuring secure supply chains, and accelerating the energy transition benefit all our partners and allies around the globe and will also create hundreds of thousands of good-paying, clean energy jobs here at home. With continued perseverance, we will win this energy conflict and come out more secure than before. I look forward to your questions.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Dr. Light.